This is a land grant farm from King George III of England, 1772. This has been in the family ever since, and I'm the 5th generation farmer. My son, he's the extension director, and he's kind of come on and he helps me on the farming operation. I came back, started farming in the 70s and all. We were mainly cotton growers. Had corn, had soybeans and wheat. In the 80s and 90s, these hog operations started coming on. Poultry operations really came on and all, and there was always a positive basis for the grains. Where cotton is a worldwide situation, all, and you had you just had to make a very good cotton crop and all, to keep the bills paid. Cotton was king, and it was good to us and all. But I just felt like we'd just be more stable with the grains and all. So we switched over and just went to corn and beans and cut wheat at the time. Haven't grown wheat in a few years. I just can't pencil it in right yet and everything. So, but it's not saying that it won't come back. Last year I planted cover crop basically for the first time and all, and I see a lot of good coming out of it. First year, I talked to other farmers, been doing it for a long time, and it's very positive with them. But this year, just the first year, weed reduction in the spring was tremendous. We're coming off last year, not this year, but the last year and all was a drought. And I planted the cover crop, and I noticed, I said, whoa, it looks like I fertilized the crop, and all it is, those roots are pulling up the nutrients and everything and bringing them back to the surface and everything. So that was a very positive thing. So it's showing, it's in the infancy of what possibly could develop. The one thing that I've always sort of not worried about, but was cautious about, was getting too heavy of a crop and everything where we can't get a stand with soybeans and all. And you got to control your biomass and all. So it's just it's a fine line right there where you get the maximum, but also having it where you can control and get your crop planted, have good seed to soil contact. A lot of it, trial and error in my mind before we went out and did it, but it was, I was real pleased with the first year on it, so everything worked out good. One thing I've learned in my life, and every year I run through and have challenges and things happen on the farm. I said, I know what I'm gonna do next year. It doesn't happen next year because there's always something different. I've never had 2 years the same. So anyway, it's a learning experience every year. Biggest advice I can say, study, talk to your peers, find out what not to do is the biggest thing. And start small. Don't try to go and plant the whole farm and everything and all. You got to learn. So, and that basically that's what I did this year and all. I say I started small, but I felt confident enough. I planted half the farm instead of the whole farm, and what I've got is a 50-50 rotation, corn and beans. So what I did last year was where I had corn, put in the cover for the beans for this year and everything's worked out real good. If a farmer has a problem, and say in the cover crop or anything, that's what you hear about. You don't hear about the good part of it and everything, what all is done. Oh, I can't get a stand planting in the cover and all. That's controllable. And so you just got to look and see what your situation is out there and just manage it before, you got to think it through and watch the crop and all, and just, make your decisions as the crop matures and all, and go from there. So, yeah, I was on the soybean board, and that was my connection to Farmers for Soil Health and all. And Jeff mentioned it, I think, back in 2023 at a meeting, and I said, let me see what's going on. So I kind of, he talked about it a little bit, then maybe next meeting and all, he might mention a little bit about it, and And so in 24, he and I talked and everything. So I signed up for Farmers for Soil Health. And I tell you what, have a little incentive to help get you kick-started onto something that you know, is sort of new to you, and all that just kind of helps get things started. It's been a good ride, and everything is good and all, and I think we're in the right direction, and it's beneficial. Cover crop, it'll go down. I use cereal rye, a single species and all, so I'm not into the multi yet. I've got some areas where I want to put some daikon or radishes and everything, and that's in my heavy land and everything, kind of soften it up a little bit and all. But cereal rye, it'll get down, it'll bring your money back to the top of the ground so you can reuse it and everything. Basically is what it does and all, and weed control. And so I think we're going in the right direction and all. Our land is not rolling or anything. It stabilizes. We don't have erosion like some places do. So anyway, we're good. I've been wanting to plant cover crop for several years and everything, but talking to custom hire and all, trying to get things figured out and all. And so we just worked out a situation where what we use is a big A spreader, and we spread it, and we use a turbotil and turbotil it in. I was at one time looking, you got to have a grain drill. You don't have to have a grain drill. You can get a cover crop and all. You can basically look around and see what you got on the farm, and kind of just go from there and just work with what you have and see what it does. Try it on a small scale. Just try it on a small scale, see how things go. So you'll be fine. You'll be pleased.